right, and we are live. Of course, good evening po sa inyong lahat. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. Okay, let me just check. There's something wrong with my device right here. Saglit lamang po. Okay, there you go. And of course, we welcome everyone back, especially sa ating mga newcomers. So if this is your first time to watch us on YouTube or on Facebook, please do mention that in our comment section. I-comment nyo po dyan para naman ma-welcome kayo ng ating team YouTube and of course, team Facebook, kaway-kaway. Welcome back. And then tonight, of course, we are going to be discussing the 20 items of professional education that you've all answered through your quizzes. Okay, now before that, of course, we are still going to start with our opening prayer. So let us all begin with this opening prayer. Still has been prepared for us by Brother Efren Esteban.
Lord, salamat po sa opportunity na ibinigay mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Ikaw po ay tapat mula noon hanggang ngayon. Nagpapasalamat po kami sa labis na pagmamahal mo sa bawat isa sa amin. Lord, sana po ay samahan mo po kami muli sa amin pong pag-aaral sa oras na ito. Pagkalooban mo po kami ng karunungan upang mas lalo po naming maunawaan ang mga leksyon na aming aaralin. Opo, Ama, basbasan mo din po ang aming mga mahal sa buhay. Tulungan din po na mapabuti ang kalagayan ng aming lugar. Protektahan ang mga magigiting naming mga frontliners. Ito po, O Diyos, ang aming mga kahilingan sa pamamagitan ni Jesus na aming Panginoon at tagapagligtas. Amen.
Amen. Okay, now again, all these materials that I'm using right now, I'm using tonight, we are going to send all this straight to our Gurong Pinoy teams. We have Team Gardner, ito yung ating team veterano, no? Ito yung ating team Thunders. These were the first set, no? The first students that we've had, they've started since last year. So ito yung mga nagbayad ng 250 pa lamang, no? Yung kaka-start pa lamang natin through our live stream. Now, of course, you also have Team Erickson. Yung Team Erickson natin, this is Team Newbie. Ito yung pinakabago nating team. And still, whatever materials we have in Team Gardner, we also have the same materials in Team Erickson, okay? Kahit na medyo bago pa lamang to sila. And so there is no need for you to worry. Even if you are going to join us maybe tomorrow or in the near future, you can still see the previous materials that we've had, okay? This live stream tonight, this is already the 95th live stream that we have for our live stream playlist, which can be found on our YouTube channel, okay? Now, how do you become a member of our Gurong Pinoy teams? Please do enroll. We are still accepting enrollees for our Let September 2021 program. You can pay us through Palawan. There's Cebuana, there's ML, there's PayPal, Gumroad, Metro Bank, and it might also be through Super Chat, Super Sticker on YouTube Live, okay? So your basic membership, which is Team Erickson, essentially Gen Ed and ProfEd, that's only 1,250. Pro membership, Majorship, that's only 1,500. And of course, for premium, that's Gen Ed, ProfEd, and Majorship, that is only a total of 2,500, okay? But still, we have our lowest discount at the moment, no? Meron pa rin po tayong lowest discount. That's 500 only for your basic membership. Also, 500 for your pro membership. And of course, your premium membership is only 850 right now, okay? So again, do not wait for the last minute. Don't wait until the slots are gone, okay? As soon as you can, if you can, then please do join us on our Gurong Pinoy teams, okay? Now again, before we start, make sure that you like this video and of course, share this video. Paki-share po ng ating video if you're watching us on Facebook, especially sa ating team Facebook. Please do share our video and like this video. And if you're watching us on YouTube, mag-like na po kayo ng ating video. Okay? I-share nyo din po yung link so that we can reach out to more people. Okay? So again, please do share this video, especially not sharing this video if I have 100 people watching right now on Facebook. If you share this video, then we can triple that number. We can triple those people that are watching us. Okay? So please do share this video. Mag-share po kayo ng ating video. Now, some other ways for you to support us. You can be one of our supporters. We have our supporters at only exclusive meeting. Okay, so this was the first meeting that we've had. And of course, I am planning to meet you again with this topic right here. Okay, nahanapan ko lamang ng time now. Of course, we will be making the exclusive content for our supporters. Okay, so maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating mga supporters. Now, another way for you to support us is by sending us your stars. We still have our 10,000 star goals in our Facebook right now, no? So, hindi pa tayo nakaka-half ng ating stars goal. So, again, if you have the capacity, if you have the ability to send us your stars, please go to Facebook and send us your stars. The funds that we are going to collect from these stars are going to be used for your Summer Fever 2021. That will be on May 15th, 2021. Thank you, Sir Nap Lumugdang II, okay, for sending 50 stars just now. Maraming salamat, Sir Nap, for sending 50 stars. Again, please do send us your stars. This can be one method for you to support Gurong Pinoy. And of course, whatever fund we have, we will be using that for your Summer Fever. I hope that you have already met your members for Summer Fever, no? Please send me a thumbs up sign kung nakapag-meet na kayo ng inyong members. Remember, we are going to have Gurong Pinoy Got Talent, where you can have individual singing, acting, poetry, and magic. That's an individual competition. We also have your dance showdown. This is a group showdown. And of course, you also have Mr. and Miss Gurong Pinoy 2021. Okay, there's casual, talent, gown. These are all parts that are recorded. And of course, you have your interview that's going to be live. Okay, ever since we started, it has been a trademark, or it has been a very big part of StudyLink and Gurong Pinoy to always have the students try to get to know each other through our different activities. Okay, so we'd always have our acquaintance party, we'd always have our big reveal, the big reveal that we've had. These are the first days of all of our students. Okay, Sir JL De Ocampo, maraming salamat po for the 50 stars. Thank you so much. Okay, so when we still had the physical review, no, and we've had several sections. We'd usually have 5 areas or 5 venues. Tinitipon po muna namin sila sa one big venue, usually in a hotel, and we'd have the big reveal. Okay, so the big reveal, we'd always have competitions there. There's meron kaming Battle the Neurons or Battle the Brains. No, may quiz bee, tapos merong singing contest, merong dancing contest. No, we'd always have these activities. Okay, so we always here in StudyLink in Gurong Pinoy, we always think that it's very important that you have very good relationships with your classmates. You form relationships through our review programs. Okay, you're not just here to review, you're not just here to prepare for your let, but you're also here to make connections. Okay, you're also here to form relationships. Okay, kaya yung iba nga minsan nagiging boyfriend girlfriend. Sinasabi nga namin sa StudyLink or sa Gurong Pinoy, my forever. No, we all know that some of you have already experienced this. Okay, so again, please do make sure that you have already reached out to your members. Do not wait, no, sa inyong group mates. Don't wait. Please make sure that you've already vaulted in. Okay, mag-vault in na kayo, mag-prepare na kayo. Huwag patalo, di ba? Yung mga teachers palaging competitive, no? So, kailangan manalo tayo, huwag tayong matalo. Okay, mag-prepare na habang maaga pa. Okay, I think we have posted some pictures of our previous big reveal, no? Previous activities namin. Nakikita niyo doon na may mga nagsasayaw. And we will be posting more of this as we move forward and as we continue with our preparation for Summer Fever. Maraming salamat, Sir JL De Ocampo, sabi niyo dito. Still looking good, Ma'am Mek. All the best of luck to SLRTC fam. Maraming salamat, Sir JL. Sir JL is one of our passers. Okay, maraming salamat po. And of course, you still can see, sometimes some of our students, the previous students would stop by and would watch and would say hi, okay? Especially nung may physical review center pa tayo, no, lahat ng estudyante natin talagang kilala natin, okay? It's very important that we form relationships because of course, life is too short. Life is just short. Hiram lamang yung ating buhay, no? We won't know whether we'll be here tomorrow, we'll be here next week, okay? Knock on wood. But of course, the most important thing is the relationships that we've formed. Okay? Ito yung pinaka-importante sa ating buhay. Hindi kung anumang yaman ang nalikom mo, hindi kung anumang achievement meron ka, pero kung paano mo na-touch yung lives ng mga tao sa paligid mo, no? So, this is one way for us, your Summer Fever 2021, to still forge relationships with all of you, no? As we all know, some of you are already very close, very comfortable dahil nga sa lahat-lahat, no, sa iba-ibang activities na meron tayo. Karoon na tayo ng acquaintance party, nagkaroon na tayo ng Christmas party, and of course, we are really looking forward to Summer Fever 2021. Okay? Where's Sir Jorian? Si Sir Jorian ba yun? Sir JL De Ocampo, Sir Jorian pala. Maraming salamat. Sir Jorian, okay? I didn't know that it's you. Okay, so that was Sir Jorian pala, si Sir JL De Ocampo. Sir Jorian pala, one of our students. And of course, he was also one of my bio babies. No? So thank you, Sir Jorian, for sending us your stars. Okay, now, again, remaining live stream schedule natin for April 24th, 25th. That's going to be the last weekend, no? Last weekend na ng April natin. You are going to be spending the last weekend of April with Doc H. Okay, so Doc H, Gen Sci with Doc H, that's part 3. And part 4, don't miss this because there's lots of items for Gen Ed that would be under the category of science. Okay, so again, please do make sure that you prepare for this and you take note of the schedule. No? So 24th, that will be a Saturday. That will start at 7 p.m. and of course on Sunday that will start on or at 6 p.m. Okay, now another thing that we are going to look forward to. I hope you will gain a lot of knowledge from them. Okay, you will gain a lot of insights from their experiences. Then we are going to give you your international coaches in May. Okay, so next month, lahat po ng inyong coaches our guest lecturers, our guest coaches are all international teachers. Okay, so we are going to have Coach Tina. She's teaching social studies at Ivana Eudora Kian High School. That's in U.S. Virgin Islands, diba? U.S. Virgin Islands. Okay, so that's Coach Tina for social studies. You are going to have one day with Coach Tina. I believe that is going to be on May 2nd. Okay, now you are going to have one weekend with Coach Bong. He is a mathematics teacher. He's currently teaching here at A.R. Lewis Opportunity School, South Carolina, USA. Okay, now you will also be meeting two other good friends of mine, no? Two very good friends of mine, my sisters here in South Carolina, and that's Coach Cindy. Okay, so Coach Cindy, I think that is going to be on May 16th and the next Sunday. Okay, so the next Sunday is the 23rd of May. And she's also currently teaching mathematics here at Manning Junior High School, South Carolina, USA. And the last one is, of course, yung aming ate dito sa South Carolina, she is Coach Beth. She's also the mathematics head of Manning High School, and she's teaching, of course, mathematics right now. Okay, so all of them are going to be teaching you in May. Okay, that's the following month that we have. So again, Coach Tina, one day of social studies, and Coach Bong, he will be tackling algebra and plane geometry. Okay, so for general education. So sa inyong lahat, especially yung mga medyo mahihina sa math, no? Kapag ka sinabi mong math, takot na kagad yung Pinoy, we will be meeting them in May. Okay, so again, Coach Bong, that is going to be algebra. Okay, so he is going to handle algebra and plane geometry. Coach Cindy, you are going to have 2 Sundays with her, and that will be about the fundamentals of mathematics. And of course, for Coach Beth, that will be statistics and probability. Okay, so again, please do make sure that you tune in. You follow us on Facebook. Okay, so click the follow button, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will be notified of the different schedules that we have. Okay, so again, we are looking forward to this, along with your Summer Fever 2021. That will be on May 15th, 2021. Okay. Again, all the criteria, all the the general guidelines for your competition for summer fever, nandyan na po sa ating Facebook page. Okay? So balikan nyo po. Pag hindi pa po kayo nakakakita hindi pa kayo nag-uusap ng mga groupmates nyo, balikan nyo po. And of course, we will look forward to meeting all these beautiful, brilliant coaches in May. Okay? But for now, tonight, of course, we are going to discuss your ProfEd. Okay? This is ProfEd, 20 items of professional education. And this, of course, will be we'll go send to our Gurung Pinoy teams, or your Team Gardner and Team Erickson. All right, so if you are ready, go ahead and please send us your thumbs up sign. Like this video if you're watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook, also please do like this video. Start a watch party, tag your friends, share this video, okay? Of course, especially share this video. Okay, go ahead. Please do like this video. People who are watching on YouTube, a few of you have just liked our video. Go ahead and like our video. Mag-like na po kayo ng ating video so that we can already start. Okay, mag-like na kayo ng ating video. Several people on YouTube, hindi pa po nagla-like. Please do like our video so that our video can perform better. Okay, mas maganda yung performance ng video natin. Better performance, that means we can reach out to more people. Okay, those people are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and please do like this video, share this video, start a watch party, tag your friends, send us your stars, of course. Maraming salamat po for everyone who've already shared this video, started a watch party. Ma'am Angie Habagat Pinaaling, maraming salamat po. Ma'am Dolorosa Santaan, thank you. Okay, for those of you who've already shared this video, started a watch party, maraming salamat po. Okay, again, please do like our video. If you are watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, ganun din. Mag-like na ng video and mag-share na ng ating video. We start with question number 1. Okay, number 1. Teacher Jenny brought a salamander in the class during a lecture about amphibians. The salamander is a device commonly known as realia. Teachers can only bring realia when? Is it letter A, available, letter B, accessible, letter C, feasible, or letter D, affordable? Okay, when do we usually bring realias inside the classroom? Okay, what's your answer? What do you think is the correct answer? Ma'am Aisa de la Cruz, maraming salamat for starting a watch party. Again, please go ahead, start a watch party, tag your friends, share our video. Okay, Sir Omar Rodriguez, maraming salamat. Magandang gabi po. First timer ba, Sir Omar? Bakit napansin ni Ma'am Tin? Welcome back po. Okay, now a lot of you here, Team YouTube is answering letter C. Team Facebook is also answering letter C. Letter C din karamihang sagot dito ng ating Team Facebook. Good evening. Welcome back to everyone. And of course, thank you for starting a watch party. Ma'am Chari Benban, Ma'am Aisa de la Cruz, thank you for sharing our video. Ma'am Ederlina Ortega, Ma'am Kay Villarico, thank you po for starting a watch party. Okay, letter C din. Karamihang sagot dito ng ating Team Facebook. Thank you, Ma'am Mabel Lopez Rapanan. Okay, correct answer, of course, would be letter C, whenever it is feasible. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng feasible, no? That means it is possible to use, it is plausible to use. That means yung realia mo is related to your objective. Okay, so available naman siya, accessible naman siya, affordable naman siya, pero yung pinaka-importante is feasible siya dahil related siya sa iyong objective, okay? Bringing that realia inside your classroom would help you or would help your students hit the objective of the day, okay? Ito yung pinaka-malaking consideration, no? Yung appropriateness ng inyong material. So appropriateness, you'd only bring it, you'd go the distance to bring something which is real, no? Your what we call realia, if it is related to your objective. Okay, so that means it is visible, it is possible to use, it's plausible to use, it's feasible to use, because it would help your students gain their knowledge, it will help your students reach their objectives. Okay, so that's letter C, feasible. That is a correct answer. Okay, hindi dahil available lang siya, dadalhin mo siya kahit na yung topic mo ay plants, nagdala ka ng realia. Okay, so anong gagawin ng salamander mo, no, pag yung topic mo ay plants. Okay, so again, dapat in relation siya sa iyong objectives. So letter C, feasible, that is the correct answer. Tama po yan. Number 2, how do orientation sessions help the new teacher? Is it number 1, become attuned to the school environment? Letter C, learn guidelines to follow. Number 2, learn guidelines to follow. Number 3, develop good relations. Is it letter A, 1 only, letter B, 2 only, letter C, 3 only, or letter D, all of these? All of these. What's the answer? So may mga sasayaw ng higad girl. Nakikita ko na dito sa comment. Abangan natin yung higad girl ni Cap Emerson. Sir Jasper Flores, thank you po for starting a watch party. Again, Team YouTube, go ahead and like our video. If you haven't done so yet, mag-like na po kayo ng ating video. I-like na po yung ating video. Okay, letter D, karaming sagot ng ating Team Facebook ay letter D. What about Team YouTube? Aba, may D na, walang duda, sabi ni Sir Viod. Walang duda, ha? Okay, now going back to the question that we have here, how do orientation sessions help the new teacher? No, if you are a new teacher, newly hired, kakapasa mo lamang sa LET, no, in the following summer, ay meron kayong orientation sessions. No? Usually, in the Philippines, this would be good for a month. No? Tinatawag nating inset, yung inset, in-service training ng teachers. No? Are you going to have, is it going to be 1, become attuned to the school environment? 2, learn guidelines to follow, yung ating handbook, no, yung faculty and staff handbook nyo. Number 3, develop good relations. You are going to form relationships with your co-teachers. Is it number 1 only? That's for letter A. Letter B, 2 only. Letter C, 3 only. Or letter D, all of this. Of course, it's very obvious that should be all of this because, of course, all of this would already comprise 1, 2, and 3. At wala namang mali dyan sa 1, 2, and 3, no? Ito yung mga nakakamiss sa Pinas, yung inset, no? Yung magno-nosebleed ka muna sa lahat ng paperwork na kailangan yung tapusin, may unit plan, may lesson plan, may curriculum plan, no? May course outline, may syllabus, kung ano-anong pinapagawa sa inyo, no? Especially every time na may summer. And meron pang, of course, brigada, eskwela, no? Kasama pa yon. Okay? So, this would all help you become attuned to your school environment, no? So that you will be comfortable in your new school environment. You'll know the guidelines to follow, the ins and outs of your school culture, and of course, you will be able to develop good relationships. Okay, here in the US, wala kami masyadong orientation sessions. Okay, so even if you are a new teacher, walang, if as far as I can remember, parang 1 day, 2 days lang yata, no, yung chika-chika lang, hindi the entire session or hindi the entire day. And of course, mangangapa ka talaga because even when checking the attendance, lahat ay electronic, okay? And so, for you, if you are a new teacher, if you're the new teacher, you should be humble enough to ask, okay? Because not everything that you need to do is going to be taught. Not everything that you need to do is found in your training kasi nga wala naman masyadong training, wala naman masyadong orientation. Okay, so usually you'd ask your nearest neighbors or you'd ask your department head, for example, and I'm pretty sure they'll be very happy naman to guide you, no? Kahit hindi ganon. And here, hindi masyadong tight yung relationships because kanya-kanya merong kanya-kanyang buhay, no? And it is quite unethical for them to be asked about their family, no? So, minsan, yung co-teacher mo, iba-iba yung tatay ng mga anak, or karamihan sa kanila hindi married. Okay, so it is unethical to pry about their personal lives, no? How old are you? Unethical yung mag-ask ka ng age nila, mag-ask ka ng ilang kids meron ka. Eh, yung Pinoy pa naman, ganun yung gustong-gusto, no? Makipagtsikahan talaga. Isang meeting pa lang, alam mo na yung talambuhay, no? Kapag ka Pinoy. Minsan, natatawa kami, minsan ganun, no? Kakamit mo pa lamang ng Pinay. Minsan, nung pumunta kami ng Jacksonville, may mga na-meet kang Pinay sa Jollibee. Paglabas mo ng Jollibee, alam mo na yung talambuhay niya, no? Tapos mag-a-add i-add mo na siya sa Facebook, no? Ganyan kasi lahat tayo mga Pilipino, napaka-machika, which sometimes can be a good thing. Sometimes it can also give us a lot of disadvantages, no? Minsan masyado nang nahihimasok sa buhay. Kahit yung decision mo panghihimasukan na ng iyong kaibigan, panghihimasukan na ng inyong kapitbahay, okay? So dito wala masyadong ganyan. And so I am the science department head, so I am planning to have a closing party, no? Parang closing party sa aking department lamang. Okay? So I'm looking forward to that. Magkakaroon kami ng barbecue party because of course we all know in the Philippines, we all know how good relationships can become very important with working with each other, no? So dapat talaga maganda yung relationships nyo, especially if you are collaborating. Okay, so here, for number 2, letter D is the correct choice. Letter D po, interpersonal skills, kasi Pinoy, ba? Sabi ni Sir Kinechi. Alright, number 3. Among the thinking skills in learning, what includes fluent, flexible, original, and elaborate thinking? Is it letter A, thinking out loud? Letter B, divergent thinking? Letter C, unexceptional thinking? Or letter D, convergent thinking? What's the answer? Pag sa Pinoy, paglabas mo ng kung saan man kayo nagkita, unang kita pa lang, alam mo na ang MMK ng buhay niya, no? Alam mo na ang talambuhay niya, ilang merong anak siya, taga saan siya sa Pilipinas, anong nangyari sa kanya, ba't malungkot siya, married ba siya, hiwalay, whatever, no? Alam mo na. Okay? So, lahat na pinag-usapan ng Pinoy. Okay? What's the answer? Cheese max to the max, sabi ni Sir Cap dito. Ayan na naman tayo sa pagtitiwala, Ma'am Jen, ah. Sabi ni Ma'am Jen, true, Ma'am Mek, bilis magtiwala. Okay. Aba, may pahugot din dito si Sir Viod. Pag pinagkakatiwalaan mo, hindi mo pagdududahan. Kasi pag pinagdududahan mo, hindi mo pagkakatiwalaan. Tama naman. Minsan naman, yung tamang hinala, yung merong reason kung bakit ka naghihinala. Okay, kaway-kaway sa mga asawa at mga girlfriend, boyfriend na alam ang password ng kanilang partners. Okay, yung hindi na kailangang mag-pry, hindi na kailangang tumingin sa cellphone dahil alam yung password, no? Nakakapasok sa Messenger. Alam ko marami sa inyong ganyan. Aminin nyo na. Ma'am Rosario Trino. Good evening po. Thank you for starting a watch party. Sir Ray Olivar, maraming salamat po for sending us your 55 stars. Again, maraming salamat for those of you who have already sent us your stars. We are almost halfway through our stars goal, no? Malapit na po tayo sa half ng ating stars goal. Again, we will use this for your summer fever. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Econ Rosal Manayan, Ma'am Jenny De Guzman, Ma'am Jenny Librea De Guzman, Ma'am Joan Valentos, Ma'am or Sir Gab Watts Ads. Maraming salamat po for tagging your friends. Starting a watch party. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Anne Lori Dane Sales for starting a watch party. For those of you already shared this video, Ma'am Rosario Trino, no, maraming salamat. Ma'am Jem Arellano started a watch party. Ma'am Ja, maraming salamat po. For those of you who've already shared our video, started a watch party, Sir Louis Pastera Frias. Thank you po. Okay, now, a lot of you here have answered letter B. Dito naman sa ating team YouTube, karamihan sagot ay letter D. Letter B din pala, karamihan. Okay, let's take a look at the correct answer. Of course, when you are talking about fluent, when you say fluent, maraming ideas. Okay, maraming ideas. Flexible, of course, hindi naka-fix yung kanyang idea, no? He or she is thinking out of the box. Original, okay? That means novel, yung kanyang idea. It's something new. It's not something that has been pirated or something that has been borrowed from another person. And elaborate, okay? He can or she can elaborate on his thinking, on her thinking, no? Pwede niyang i-explain, pwede niyang pwede siya mag-use ng different words to explain his or her ideas. The correct answer, of course, would be letter B, divergent thinking. Okay, so divergent thinking is the correct answer. Okay, not unexceptional thinking, not thinking out loud, and also not convergent thinking. You all know what the difference is between divergent and convergent thinking. When you say convergent thinking, iisa lamang yung answer, no? Iisa lamang yung sagot. Converge. They come together at one point, okay? So, iisa lamang yung answer. But when you say divergent thinking, ito yung mga pang Miss Universe nga sinasabi natin lagi, pang Miss Universe na question, okay? What for you is the true essence or the essence of a woman, okay? So ito yung mga questions na kikita natin whenever we want our students to undertake divergent thinking, okay? So they will not have the same answers. All their answers, of course, are going to be based on their experiences, on their different ideas. Their answers are all going to be very varied, no? Iba-iba yung sagot nila. These are the what if questions. What if hindi kayo nag-break? What if sinagot mo siya, no? Ano kaya yung nangyari? What if you took the risk kahit na may boyfriend ka, nakita mo yung itong isang tao na mas feeling mo ay mas click kayo, no? Mas vibes kayo, mas magka-wavelength kayo. What if in-entertain mo siya, iniwan mo yung boyfriend mo, no? These are your what ifs, okay? These are situational questions na hindi isa lamang yung answer, okay? So that's your divergent thinking. Divergent thinking is the correct answer. Now, number 4, self-rating and a follow-up conference with a teacher benefit both teacher and student. The following are benefits for the student except letter A, heightens student's defensiveness of himself. Letter B, develops higher order thinking skills. Letter C, helps the student develop increased self or skill in self-assessment. Letter D, enhances cooperativeness among the class. What's the answer? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? Sino walang marinig? Ma'am Judy Ann? Ma'am Judy Ann, ano po yung volume? I-check nyo po yung volume ng inyong device. Ma'am Charlene Kalinawan, sino naghiwalay? What if di kayo naghiwalay? Aba, si Ma'am Aisa. Eddie, nasaktan ka na naman, ma'am, kapag what if sinagot mo. Okay? So, minsan kasi masarap balikan yung mga what ifs, no? Yung mga magninilay-nilay ka. Ay, paano kaya kung ganito? Paano kaya kung ganyan? Okay, yung mga what ifs nyo. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Danica de los Santos, for sending us your ayuda dito sa Team YouTube. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Dan. Sino yung Camille at Jayzam? Maraming salamat, Ma'am Kathleen Marcos, for sending 100 stars pa kape. Thank you so much, Ma'am Kathleen. And she's also one of our supporters. Maraming salamat po for supporting Gurong Pinoy. Thank you, Ma'am Kathleen. Kathleen ba? Kathleen. Okay, letter A, karamihang sagot. Ganun din sa ating Team YouTube and Team Facebook. Parehas, letter A ang sagot. Okay? And of course, the correct answer is letter A. We are looking for the exception. Okay, sabi dito, self-rating and follow-up conference with the teacher would both benefit the student and the teacher. Okay, the following benefits are for the student except, okay, which is the exception. Saan dito ang hindi benefit ng student from a conference, from self-rating, okay? And of course, that would be heighten student's defensiveness of himself, okay? Your defensiveness, you don't become defensive if you know yourself, no? If you rate yourself, if you have a follow-up conference with your teacher, for example, of course, that would try to forge good relationships with your teachers, also would make you know yourself better, okay? So letter A, that would be our exception. Now we go to number 5. Among the written categories of assessment methods, what did Teacher Mary use when she assessed the stock knowledge of her students through questioning in an open class? Is it letter A, pen and paper test, letter B, oral questioning, letter C, performance test, letter D, open classroom project? What's the answer for number 5? Ma'am Mohawara, Jawad, maraming salamat po. Ma'am or sir. Ma'am Isabel Francisco, maraming salamat. And of course, assalamualaikum po sa lahat ng ating mga Muslim brothers and sisters. Welcome po and good evening. Sir Jasper Flores. Ma'am Irene Asiniero, maraming salamat po for starting a watch party. Sorry, sabi ni Ma'am Sai Oriel dito. Sorry po, late, malakas na hangin at ulan dito sa Kamsur. Okay, dahil sa bagyo. Ingat po kayong lahat dyan, no? I know na merong malakas na bagyo. Ano nga ang pangalan ng bagyo? Starts with the letter B ata, no? I cannot remember. Okay, ingat po tayong lahat, hindi lamang sa bagyo, merong COVID, merong gutom, maraming gutom, no? So mag-ingat, mag-lock ng bahay, no? Bantayan din yung inyong mga puso, mag-lock din ang puso, no? Kung hindi pa ready, wag muna mag-commit. Okay, letter B, karamihan sagot dito, letter B. Okay, letter B din, dito sa team, ayun, Bising, okay? Typhoon Bising, maraming salamat. Sir Vincent Zabala and Sir Ray Donaire for telling me the name of the bagyo. Okay, letter B, of course, that is the obvious choice. Okay, so letter B, oral questioning, of course, that is the correct answer. Okay, among the written categories of assessment methods, what did she use when she assessed the stock knowledge? Through questioning. Okay, oral questioning. Andyan na yung hint nyo, no? This is your Socratic method, the Q&A method. Not the pen and paper, not performance test, hindi din, of course, project. Okay, so letter B, that is the correct choice for number 5. We start with number 6. So we proceed with number 6. In Erickson's theory of development, which statement belongs to the stage of identity versus role confusion? Is it letter A, I get a good deal of pleasure from working? Letter B, I get to perform well in this class and improve my standing? Letter C, I wonder what sort of person I am? Or letter D, if I have only chosen to do that, I wouldn't be here. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question 6? Wow, lagi daw nakaguard yung puso nila, sabi ni Ma'am Mohawara. Laging may gwardya ang puso. Bising nga. Okay, so these people, some students are also saying the name of the typhoon dito sa ating chatbot sa Team Facebook. What's your answer? Dito yung sagot ng ating Team YouTube ay letter C. Letter C. Wow, may ganon. Sir Jedwin Pacheco. Ay ma'am, nag-commit na po ako sa kanya pero di pa rin naman pinapabayaan ang pag-aaral. Okay? Nakalak na, sabi ni Ma'am Jen, no? Wala na munang boyfriend, Ma'am Jen. Okay, letter C, Ma'am Editha Darakan Kulang. Maraming salamat po for sharing our video, Ma'am. Okay, na-mention ka na yung iba, no? Okay, letter C din ang sagot ng ating Team Facebook. And of course, that is a correct answer here. Okay, so identity versus role confusion. No? So identity versus role confusion, yung statement niya dito, I wonder what sort of person I am. Okay, what is my gender role? What is my role in our society? No? So that is identity versus role confusion. Okay, yung letter D mo, ito na naman yung what if, no? If I have only chosen to do that, I wouldn't be here. Okay? So ito yung mga despair na, integrity versus despair. Yung marami na siyang mga pinagsisisihan ngayon sa kanyang buhay dahil marami siyang hindi nagawa. No? Meron siyang manliligaw na hindi sinagot. Yan tuloy, naghintay ng better person than that manliligaw hanggang siya naging matandang dalaga na lamang siya. No? Matandang dalaga na siya. Okay, so that's letter D. If I have only chosen to do that, I wouldn't be here. Okay, and so, but here, of course, the correct answer is letter C. No, we're talking about identity versus role confusion. So letter C, I wonder what sort of person I am. Number 7, metacognition is primarily characterized by letter A, formulating hypotheses and intelligent guesses. Letter B, ability to recognize one's multiple intelligences in learning. Letter C, thinking about their thinking. Letter D, development of critical thinking and reasoning skills. Okay? Bonus na to. Okay? Bonus na po ito, no? Napaka madali na nito. Oh, wow. Ma'am Jen Banoy. Servios, relate much. Pinatato niya name ko. Pero naghiwalay din kami, no? Huwag kayo maniniwala sa tattoo, no? Sabi, pag nagpatato daw, forever na. Okay? Hindi naman, no? Marami ka munang hahalikan ng palaka, Ma'am Jen. Okay, what's your answer? Letter C, Ma'am Ainalem Coreses Penamente. Maraming salamat po for being one of our supporters. Thank you so much. Ma'am Ricarla Lazag, one of our supporters, started a watch party. Thank you so much din po. Okay, letter C, ang karamihang sagot. And of course, that is a correct answer, okay? There's no need for us to explain this. Bonus na ito. You all know metacognition is learning about learning, thinking about their thinking, okay? So letter C is the correct choice here. Now we go to number 8. Which of the following assessment techniques best assesses the objective, plans, and designs an experiment to be performed? Is it letter A, pen and paper, letter B, rating scale, letter C, portfolio, letter D, checklist? What's the answer? Sir Roger Abalos, welcome back and thank you for starting a watch party. What do you think is the correct choice for number 8? Number 8. Aba, si Ma'am Chari Benban, meron ding experience sa tattoo. Okay? Hindi daw totoo yung mga tattoo na yan. Ma'am Mohawara naman, nakakatawa to. Pag nagpatato ba sa braso, tas naghiwalay, required ba putulin na yung braso? Putulin na lang ba yung braso? Okay, samot-sari ang inyong sagot dito sa Team YouTube. Oh, hindi daw sure si Sir GJ Mortab. Okay, samot-sari, no? Iba-iba ang inyong sagot. Ma'am Morgan De Los Santos, thank you for sharing our video. Power of C, sabi ni Sir Ray Olivar. Maraming C, no? Maraming C, may D, may B. Okay, Ma'am Editha Kulang, Ma'am Iderlina Ortega, thank you for sharing our video. Again, going back to the question that we have here, your objective is planning and designing an experiment to be performed. Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer? Pen and paper, rating scale, portfolio, checklist. Ito din yung ginagamit, no, whenever we are being graded for our thesis, no? Sa thesis mo, paano ka ba ginigrade sa thesis mo? Ano yung ginagamit nila? Is it the pen and paper? So pinapa-exam ka para makakuha ng grade mo for your thesis? Is it a rating scale? Our rating scale is likely to most likely to the least likely, no? So meron lamang scale, okay? From a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to recommend this and that, no? Portfolio, of course, you all know what a portfolio is. That is a collection of a student's work, no? That's a collection of a student's work, all of his work, no? So hindi lamang yung maganda, kahit na yung mga draft pa lamang, yung mga may mistakes, yung may mga correction ng teachers, nilalagay sa portfolio. Although, there is another type of portfolio, yung display portfolio mo, yan yung pinakamaganda na, lahat ng products mo na pinakamaganda. Okay? But here, of course, the correct choice is letter D. Checklist dito yung ating gagamitin. Okay? So, you all have the sentences. Meron kang mga sentences ng kung anong dapat. Okay? For example, he or she has written good scientific question. Okay, so i-check lamang yan ng rater, no? Merong scientific question. Scientific question and the hypothesis are go hand in hand with each other. For example, no, they agree with each other, and of course the rater is just going to check that. Okay, so checklist to ang ating tamang sagot dito. Okay? So, checklist, that is the correct choice. Ligwag, sabi ni Ma'am Shelby Shakor. Okay, now number 9, Operation Return to the Basics was launched by the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports, not only to upgrade pupil achievement, but also to, letter A, serve as a basis for a learning continuum. Letter B, emphasize the importance of 3 R's. Letter C, sustain the traditional setup through the 21st century. Or letter D, enlighten students on the real and important things they needed to learn in order to survive. Okay, what's the correct answer? What do you think is the correct choice for number 9? May mga pahugot yung mga team Facebook natin, ha? Aba, Ma'am Jen, hindi lahat ng iniwan mo ay babalikan. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice? A, B, C, or D for question 9? Sir Larry Flores, thank you for starting a watch party. Maraming salamat po. Okay, letter B. Karaming sagot ng ating team Facebook ay letter B. Ganon din sa team YouTube, letter B. And of course, your hint here is the term return to the basics. Basics, okay? Teach only the basics. And this, of course, is part of your Operation Return to the Basics. No? Ito yung inyong basic education curriculum back 2002. Okay, so Return to the Basics. It was launched by DEX, no? DEX pa pala to prior to DepEd. Not only to upgrade pupil achievement, but also, of course, return to the basics. That would be to emphasize the importance of the 3 R's. Okay, so this is essentialism. Teach only what is important. Okay, teach only the nitty-gritty of things. No, hindi yung mga kung anik-anik pa. No, so letter B, emphasize the importance of the 3 R's. That is the correct choice for number 9. Number 10. Which of the following is an example of norm reference interpretation? Norm. Letter A, Jade's test score is higher than 89% of the class. Letter B, Faith solves 5 problems correctly out of 30 problems. Letter C, Elijah got 85% as his final grade. Or letter D, Jane qualified for the honors. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice here? Norm reference testing or norm reference interpretation? What is the correct choice? Okay. Ma'am or Sir Lael Love. Maraming salamat for sharing the video. Number 10, what is the correct answer for number 10? Number 10 po. Number 10, karamihang sagot ay letter A. Okay, letter A. And of course, letter A here is the correct choice. Okay, we're looking for norm reference interpretation. So only letter A here is the correct answer. No? So remember, when you say norm reference, normative based, norm reference tests compare a student's performance against the performance of their peers. Now, when you say criterion reference tests compare a student's knowledge and skills against a predetermined standard, cut score, or other criterion. In criterion reference tests, the performance of other students does not affect the student's score. Okay, so in criterion based, you are just comparing the performance of the student against your criteria, okay, against your set standards. In normative, you are comparing their performances against each other. Okay, so as we have mentioned, your let is both criterion. You should have at least 75%, no? And it is also normative, okay, because you are also going to be ranked, your top 10, no, rank 10 mo, they're also ranked. So that's also normative and criterion. So again here, letter A, Jade's test is higher than 89% of the class. That's percentile rating, and we use this for norm reference interpretation. Letter B, Faith solves 5 problems correctly out of 30 problems. There's no involvement of other people here, okay? It's just Faith's performance that is gauged. Letter C, Elijah got 85% as his final grade. Okay, that's just his grade. And Jane qualified for the honors. Okay, so letter A, ang tamang sagot natin. Okay, we go to number 11. Number 11 na po tayo. Teacher Lovely makes her preschoolers touch, rub, manipulate natural and artificial objects. What is given importance in this case? Letter A, enjoyment. Letter B, tactile. Letter C, anatomic. Or letter D, kinesthetic. What's the answer? Sir Rodel Soriano, thank you for sharing our video. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice for number 11 here? Aba, letter B, walang duda, sabi ni Sir Viods. Okay, what do you think is the correct choice? Now, before we move on and I give you the correct answer here, of course, please do like our video. If you're watching us on YouTube, mag-like po kayo ng ating video, no? Yung hindi nagla-like ay pangit. Okay, so mag-like na po kayo ng ating video. Again, pag hindi nag-like, ay pangit. Okay, so again, please do like our video before I give you the correct answer for number 11. Those of you who are watching us on YouTube, please do like our video. If you're watching us on Facebook, mag-share na kayo ng ating video, mag-start ng watch party, like, heart this video. Okay, wag lamang po mag-angry. Okay, you can also send us your stars still. Mag-send ng stars if you can, so that of course we can use that to fund your Summer Fever 2021. Oh, ang hindi daw mag-like, hindi magkakajowa, sabi ni Ma'am Tin. Okay, your answers, letter D. Karamihan sagot dito, letter D, letter D. Meron din namang letter B. Ayan, bigla tuloy dami nag-like, no? Sabi ni Sir Vincent Zabala. Okay, now the correct answer here, our question is, Teacher Lovely makes her preschoolers touch, rub, and manipulate natural and artificial objects. Okay, what is given importance in this case? Of course, we know that the students are also going to enjoy these activities, but the correct answer here would be letter B, tactile. Okay, these are your tactile objects. Ito yung mga hinahawakan ng inyong estudyante, yung clay mo, yung wooden blocks, no, yung slime, okay, yung mga objects na pwede lang hawakan, yung Rubik's cube, no, kung anik-anik, yung blocks, yung puzzles. These are tactile objects. Your sticks, yung ano nga yung magic wrap, yung bubble wrap, no? These are tactile objects, okay? And so this makes the student become aware of the senses. This make the student enjoy din, no? Whatever it is that the student is asked to do. Okay? And eventually, ang pinaka-goal kasi niyan is to practice your muscles, no, your gross and your fine muscles. So na pa-practice, na i-improve yung fine motor skills ng inyong estudyante, yung motor skills, no, gaganda yung penmanship. He or she would already know how to use a pen, for example, no. And so tactile here is a correct choice. Okay, sandbox, meron kang mga sandbox, kung anik-anik na pinapagamit mo sa inyong estudyante. Not anatomic, hindi din kinesthetic, kasi yung kinesthetic mo is more on movement, no? So movement itong kinesthetic, you ask them to run, to jump, to dance, no? That's kinesthetic. Yung those naman that you'd usually use or touch using your hands, these are tactile objects. Okay, so letter B, tactile po, that's equal to touch. Tama yan, Sir Conyon. Okay, that's the correct answer. Okay, again, please do like our video. Ang hindi mag-like ay nget pa. Wala daw jowa. Okay, number 12. In recent curricular revisions, the humanities are gradually replaced by technical courses that bear practical consequences. This shows that curricular direction is toward letter A, pragmatism, letter B, utilitarianism, letter C, existentialism, or letter D, hedonism. Okay, what's the answer? Okay, what do you think is the correct choice? Grabe naman, Sir Viod. Alright, letter A. Karamihang sagot ng Team YouTube ay letter A. Sa ating Team Facebook, marami ding letter A. Ma'am Ann Link Emery, thank you for sharing our video. Ma'am Ricarla Lazag, nabasa ko na nga yata si Ma'am Ricarla. Maraming salamat po. Sir Larry Flores, thank you for sharing our video, starting a watch party. Thank you so much. Okay, going back to the question that we have here, in recent curricular revisions, the humanities are gradually replaced by technical courses that bear practical consequences. Okay, practicality, practical. Okay, this shows that it is moving towards pragmatism, utilitarianism, letter C, existentialism, or letter D, hedonism. Correct answer here is, of course, letter A, pragmatism. Okay, practicality. Teach only what is practical. Teach only what is useful. That is pragmatism. Okay, pragmatics po yan. Pragmatism. Teach only what is going to be useful for the students, what is practical. Okay, so that's pragmatism. Letter B, utilitarianism. Remember utilitarianism? The more people benefit from this, then the better would be this choice. Okay, so choose always, or always make the choice. Whichever choice can benefit more people, that would be your best choice. Yan yung sabi ng utilitarianism. Okay? The more, the merrier. Okay? So, kaya mo binibigay yung lupa nyo for road widening, for example. Dahil, of course, mas maraming tao yung magbe-benefit kaysa na ikaw lamang yung maglalagay ng mga kung anik-anik dyan sa lupa mo, no? Yung mga plants mo. Existentialism, of course, the student would have the freedom to choose whatever it is that he or she would want to become. That's existentialism. But of course, along with that freedom, the student should also be responsible, okay, of whatever effect that freedom is going to give him or her. Hedonism, this is the idea that pleasure is the highest form of happiness. Pleasure is the pleasure and happiness, no? Pleasure and happiness, that is the goal in life. Ito yung sabi ng hedonism mo. Yung Greeks mo dati, no? Yung eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we all die. Hedonist yan, no? Yung YOLO. Okay, bahala na bukas, bahala na si Batman, no? Hedonism yan. Okay, tonight or today, we are going to enjoy. Let's have a party, sabi ng hedonist mo. Okay, so pleasure is the true source of knowledge. Okay, so here, letter A, pragmatism, is the correct choice. Number 13, teacher zany students feel that their teacher has an eye behind her head. This characteristic is known as letter A, referent power, letter B, with-itness, letter C, coercive power, letter D, expert power. What's the answer? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? Ma'am Cherry Casido, thank you for sending 50 stars and for starting a watch party. Maraming salamat po. Okay, number 13. What is the correct choice for 13? Letter B, karamihan sa ating team YouTube. Number 13 sa ating team Facebook, ganun din, letter B. And of course, you know that the correct answer here is letter B, no? Meron na naman kayong bonus. So, pangalawang bonus na to, ha? Kanina yung metacognition, ngayon yung with itness. You all know what with itness is, no? You, as a teacher, you should have an eye behind your head, no? An eye behind your back, no? So, yun yung sabi na, kailangan kahit na nagsusulat ka, sa blackboard mo or sa whiteboard mo, you know what's happening behind you, no? You know whether student 1 has already tawag dito kung nag-away na si student 1 at si student 2, no? So dapat alam mo kung ano nangyayari sa likod mo. This is of course by Jacob Kunin, no? So kay Kunin ito with itness. Kaya nga yung sabi, yung correct guideline when you are writing on the board, dapat hindi ka nakatutok sa board, hindi ka nakaharap sa board, no? You are not talking to the board, but you should be tilted at 45 degrees. Okay? So, 45-degree angle dapat nakaganyan. Okay? So, glance at the audience once in a while. Sabi, no? Pag nabigay ka ng speech, ganyan. Glance at the audience once in a while. So, ganun din when you are writing on your board. So, dapat hindi sa board ka lang mismo nakatingin, hindi ka sa board nakikipag-usap, but you should be able to turn your body at 45-degree angle, no? Para makita mo rin kung anong ginagawa ng estudyante mo, if they are following, if they are also taking down notes, okay? If they're following your instructions, if they're learning, if they're listening, okay? Most importantly, if walang nangyayaring untoward incidents na inside sa classroom mo, baka nagkasakita na yung dalawang estudyante, hindi mo pa alam, okay? So, with itness. Now, referent power and coercive power here are opposites. Yung referent power mo, this is the power that you have as a teacher to make your students feel loved, feel accepted, feel respected inside the classroom. Okay, so referent power po yan. Caring, understanding, accepting environment inside your classroom. Coercive power naman, ito yung sinithreat mo yung estudyante mo, no? Okay. Yung parang sa ginagawa natin, no? So, pag hindi ka nag-like, pangit ka. Yan, coercive power, okay? Or pag hindi ka nag-like, hindi ka magkakajowa, okay? Coercive power yan, okay? So, opposite sila ng referent power. And of course, expert power, this is the power that you have to make your students feel that you have the expertise of the subject matter. You have the knowledge of what you are talking about, no? Expert ka sa kung anumang topic yung sinasabi mo, kung anumang content yung dinideliver mo sa kanya, okay? Which is of course very important. Dapat as a teacher, you should be able to establish your presence, you should be able to establish your authority, and that can also be reached by being an expert, okay? Being an expert, being knowledgeable in your content area. Okay, so letter B dito ang ating tamang sagot. Number 14, providing assortment learning activities for the class is a characteristic of a teacher who understands the principle of, letter A, allowing students to be exposed to various teaching techniques. Letter B, making students feel that they are of value in the class. Letter C, assuring a wonderful interpersonal experience with one another. Or letter D, facilitating learning with emphasis on individual differences. Okay, what's the answer? Aba, Ma'am Jen, may hugot. Sabi ni Ma'am Jen dito, Jacob, kunin mo na ang lahat sa akin, wag lang ang aking mahal. Kakatawa naman yan, Sir Viod. Sabi ni Sir Viod dito, yung guest speaker namin nung graduation, pati yung glance at the audience sa teleprompter, binasa. Okay, pati yun. Binasa. Nakalagay. Ba't nakalagay na glance at the audience? Nandyan sa script niya yata, no? Glance at the audience once in a while. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question 14? Number 14, what is your choice? Number 14, Team Facebook, Team YouTube. Team YouTube is answering letter D. What about Team Facebook? What is your answer for number 14? Okay, number 14, letter D din ang kanilang sagot. Okay, now we all know that if you always provide assorted learning activities, no, iba-iba yung activities mo. Dati, no, nung wala pang pandemic, meron kang group work, meron kang pair work, meron kang experiments, minsan you take them outside of the classroom for some activities, no? Of course, this is the principle of letter D, facilitating learning with emphasis on individual differences. Okay, as teachers, we all know that there are different types of intelligences. For example, iba-iba din yung learning styles ng inyong students. Iba-iba yung background ng students mo. Some of them come from complete families, others are coming from broken families, others come from families with single parents, no? So dapat assorted yung learning activities, assorted yung examples mo, and of course you should also be conscious, no? Pag meron kang examples, dapat wala namang tatamaan, wala namang ma-hurt, no? So dapat conscious ka sa kung anong meron yung mga estudyante mo, no? Iba-iba na ngayon yung klase ng estudyante, hindi lamang iisang klase ng estudyante meron tayo. Okay, so letter D, facilitating learning with emphasis on individual differences. 15. Which of these statements regarding professional teachers is the major difference in the professionalization of teachers and teaching promulgated in PD 1006 and in RA 7836? Ano ba yung pinaka-difference ng PD 1006 mo and RA 7836? Is it letter A, holder of valid professional license and certificate of registration? Letter B, appointed on full-time basis and on permanent status. Letter C, industrial or vocational teachers. Letter D, has bachelor's degree in elementary or secondary education. What's the answer for 15? Okay, ano kaya yung sagot sa number 15? Number 15, what do you think is the correct choice? Okay, number 15 po, letter A. Letter A, ang sagot ng ating Team YouTube, Team Facebook, letter A. And of course, letter A is the correct choice here, okay? So that is a difference, and that made a very big difference, okay? So sabi ng RA 7836 mo, the teacher should be at par with other professionals, no? So should be at par with the doctors, with the lawyers, no? Other professionals that have licensure examinations. And so they started these licensure exams. And of course, through that licensure exam, you'd be able to get your professional license and your certificate of registration. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Okay, 16. A teacher is a facilitator of learning and of the development of the youth, which practice is not in keeping with his role as facilitator. Is it letter A, considers the multiple intelligences of learners? Letter B, mortify misbehaving pupils. Letter C, be flexible and build rapport. Letter D, address negative behaviors rapidly and accordingly. Okay, what is the correct choice? Kaninong X yung gusto nyong i-hi? Mamuhawara, sabi ni Mamuhawara. Hi, XB? Sinong X yun? Hi daw sa kanilang mga X. Okay, sa mga X na kinalimutan, sa mga X na sinaktan sila, no? Sa mga sumakit sa inyong damdamin, no? Hello po sa X. Move on na. Kaya siya naging X, no? That means hindi siya para sa'yo. Hayaan mo na. Huwag mo nang pilitin. Huwag mo nang, anong tawag dito? Huwag mo nang ipagpilitan ang inyong sarili, no? You should know better and you should respect yourself, no? You should put your respect upon yourself. Okay? Dapat do not stoop down to that level. Hindi naman yung ikaw yung magmamakaawa, no? Hindi, sabihin mo, magiging LPT yata ako very, very soon. Kaya, pag naging LPT ako, huyo ka sa akin. Yan yung sabihin mo sa ex mo, no? Sa ex mong nagpa-change oil, yan yung sabihin mo sa kanya. Okay? Tapos, pag naging LPT ka na, sabihin mo sa ex mo, buti nga. Okay? Kaya, LPT na ako ngayon. Bahala ka sa sarili mo. Okay? Pag bumalik naman, sabi nga ng ating quote, ng quotation, um, just if you love the person daw, just set him free or set her free. But if he or she comes back, then that means he or she is really meant for you, no? Nakatakda talaga para sa iyo. Kaya marami namang nagkakabalikan. Okay? Pero wag namang pagpilitan yung sarili. Sir Kinechi Lorbes, ha? Sabi ni Sir Kinechi dito, mahal ko talaga eh. Aba, pag hindi ka na mahal, hayaan mo na, move on na lang, sir. Wag ka nang magpumilit at masasaktan ka lang, no? Pag ayaw na, hayaan mo na. Marami pang ibang babae. Wow! Ma'am Aiza, si Ma'am Aiza de la Cruz dito, paano mag-move on, Ma'am Meg, kung bumabalik naman at nanunuyong balikan? Anong gagawin po? Tapon sa kanal? Tingnan mo muna, ma'am, kung totoo. No? Minsan kasi eklavo lang. Minsan marami pa rin siyang higad girl sa gilid-gilid, no? Hindi mo lang alam. No? So, kilatisin mo muna. Okay. Change oil. Sayang gas ko. Kakahatid, break din pala, sabi ni Sir Kinechi. Okay, number 16. Anong sagot niyo sa number 16? Aba, Sir Aladdin? So walang naging ex to Sir Aladdin. Paano kaya magkaroon ng ex? Ano kaya pakiramdam? Okay, so iisa lamang yung misis ni Sir Aladdin, yun na yung first girlfriend. Sir Viod, I waited for 7 years and now we're together again. Iba. May binalikan. Sabi dito ni Ma'am Jen Banoy, kay Ma'am kanina, sino nga yung si Ma'am na nag-ask kung paano daw paano daw maka-move on? Ma'am Aiza, sabi ni Ma'am Jen Banoy dito, baka binabalikan ka kasi iniwan na siya ng isa. Aba, fallback ka, scapegoat, no? So, rebound. Ma'am Marites, Obis Villarreal, maraming salamat po for sending 50 stars. Thank you so much. Ayan, si Ma'am Sheila Batil, meron ding hugot, Hindi na yon babalik, ma'am. Actually, pinalitan na naman niya. Yung pinagpalit niya sa akin, ang sakit naman yung pinagpapalit kayo, no? Sana sinampal mo, ma'am, no? Dapat may mag-asawang sampal, may kick, no? May violence dito. Tinuruan ng maging violente. Okay, so again, 16 here, going back to our topic at hand. No? A teacher is a facilitator of learning, one of the development of the youth. Which practice is not in keeping with this? Okay, correct answer, of course, would be to letter B, mortify misbehaving pupils. Pinapahiya mo, tinithreaten mo yung mga misbehaving pupils mo. Minsan naman kasi nakakairita, no? Minsan naman kasi nakakarindi at gustong-gusto mo na talagang sapakin. Okay? Gustong-gusto mo na tadyakan or murahin. Itong sumusobra na rin kasi minsan yung mga estudyante natin. But of course, we should always be the bigger people. You should always keep in mind that you're the adult inside the classroom. Okay? So, ganyan yung behavior nila dahil bata pa nga sila, no? Hindi pa sila mature, hindi pa sila hinog, hindi pa buo ang kanilang pagkatao. Tayo din naman, di ba? Nung nasa high school ka, ganyan ka rin naman eh. No? Chika ka din naman ng chika. Kung anik-anik din naman yung ginagawa mo, okay? So, try to understand them, get to know them better, talk to them, okay? Try to win their respect, try to win their confidence on you or in you, and so eventually you'd be able to change your relationship at madali mo na siyang mapapasunod. Okay? So, do not do letter B. That's mortifying misbehaving pupils. All right, number 17. In science classes, what can be classified as self-directed strategy in knowing concepts, principles, and innovations? Letter A, role-playing. Letter B, project. Letter C, brainstorming. Letter D, think, pair, share. Ma'am Econ Rosal Manayan, thank you po for sending our stars. Thank you for sending stars. May mga agaw dito. Aha. Ay meron? Ano, Ma'am Jen, meron na daw siya sa Shopee padala ng sampal. Meron bang gano'n? Kaya pala pinaglalaban ni Sir Vios ang puwedeng bumalik kasi out of his experience nung nagkabalikan. Aba, Sir Aladdin, So tama, yung sabi ko na Sir Aladdin, yung misis niya ay first girlfriend. So one and only girlfriend. Tapos may pa what if siya, oh. What if kung nagkaroon ako ng ex? May ganyan pa. Nangangarap pa to si Sir Aladdin. Hello po, good evening po sa asawa ni Sir Aladdin. Good evening po, ma'am. Nanonood po ba kayo? Aha, ang daming hugot dito sa Team YouTube. Minsan, kailangan maisa sa inyo na hindi bumitaw. Mawala man yung connection, yung true love nandun pa rin. Sakit. Okay, hugot, serve yun. Mabuti na lang nagkabalikan. Okay, letter B, karamihang sagot. Dito din sa ating Team YouTube, letter B din. Of course, letter B here is the correct choice. Okay, self-directed strategy, self-directed. Okay, knowing concepts, principles, innovations, mag-isa ka lang. And of course, you plan your project. Ano bang gagawin ko, no? Paano ko ba itatawid to? Ano bang gagawin ko? Especially if your teacher said you can make a poem, you can make a song, a rap, you can do it in a dance, you can make a video, you can make an essay, whatever, no? You can do some monologue, for example. Okay, so you were given the freedom to choose whatever it is that you want to do, and so you are going to direct your strategy, self-directed strategy. You should know the concepts, principles, innovations. That would be letter B, project. Okay, so project po ang tamang sagot, not role-playing, not brainstorming. Brainstorming, of course, is done to generate as many ideas as you can. Think, pair, share. This is done for collaboration. Okay, you'd want to forge collaboration among your kids, among your students, and of course, you'd want them to vote in. No? We'd usually say two heads are better than one. So minsan, pag feeling mo mas magiging madali sa kanila if they do this in pair, then you ask them to do think, pair, share. Okay, so here, letter B is the correct answer. Now we go to number 18. Which program was wrongly understood to mean all pupils pass, no one fails? Is it letter A, mastery learning? Letter B, open or informal classroom? Letter C, continuous progression scheme? Or letter D, programmed instruction? What is the correct choice? Okay, ano po ang tamang sagot for number 18? Saan yung food? Sino may food? Sabi ni Sir Kineche, may food. Saan ba yung food? Sinong may food? Okay, letter C ang karamihang sagot dito sa YouTube. Ganon din naman sa Facebook, letter C. Letter C. Of course, that is a correct choice. Okay, continuous progression scheme. Yung continuous progression scheme kasi ay para siyang spiral curriculum. Okay, spiral curriculum siya. That means your knowledge, your set of skills should progress. Okay, should progress continuously and should accumulate, no? So, hindi po pwedeng grade 3 ka na, yung tinuturo sa'yo pang grade 1 pa rin, no? So, parang dapat spiral progression siya. You proceed, you gain progress through the learning, through the different classes that you get from kinder until grade 12. Okay, so that's continuous progression scheme. So this does not actually mean that all pupils should pass and no one fails. Okay, na misinterpret nila yung sinasabing continuous. Dapat lahat mag-continue. Lahat pass all, no? Pass all yung sinasabi natin. Okay, so letter C here is a correct choice. Mastery learning, of course, you know this as part of your criterion reference testing. No, you are trying to gauge your students' knowledge, your students' skills, through your set criteria. Okay, you're checking their mastery. Open or informal classroom, we already have this right now, no? So may mga informal classrooms tayo. Meron na rin tayong ALS, no? Program instruction, this is part of the idea of B.F. Skinner. Okay, so yung program instruction mo, nakaprograma na siya, po pwede siyang ibigay through computers, no? Yung mga I'm not sure kung nangyayari ito sa Pilipinas ngayon. For example, yung inyong when we take our driver's license dito, no, nakalagay na lamang siya sa computer. Okay? Yung parang katulad siya ng inyong quizzes. Okay? So program instruction, you'll know whether you're right, you're wrong, whatever. Okay? So you are going to receive your feedback as soon as you make an answer, you make a choice. Okay? So letter C is the correct choice for number 18. We go to number 19. What is aroused among viewing learners by dramatic educational films in what is known to as cliffhangers? Is it letter A, creativity, letter B, satisfaction, letter C, expectancy, or letter D, apathy? What's the answer? Ano ang tamang sagot? What is your choice? Ma'am Charity Jane Sowiko Omania says, my second day of attending your session and loving it. Thank you so much, Ma'am Charity. Balik po kayo, ma'am. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook, no? So that you will be notified if you can watch the rest of our videos on YouTube. Marami po kaming videos sa YouTube, no? Halos 1,000 na ang ating video sa YouTube. And this is the 95th video sa ating live stream. So balikan niyo po yan lahat, Ma'am Charity. Okay? Welcome back po. And of course, we will see you next weekend. Next weekend po yung ating schedule. That would be with Doc H. Doc H General Science. No? So don't worry po, Ma'am Charity. Wala pong nangangagat dito. And of course, lahat po sila dito marami po sa kanila dito, team veterano. Okay? Magwa 1 year na yung aming samahan dito. Good evening, Sir Anton Larazi. Na late si Sir. Habol po. Aba, may pahugot din dito. Si Mr. Hart P. Okay, bagay na bagay yung pangalan ni Mr. Hart P. When nails grow long, we cut nails, not fingers. Similarly, when misunderstanding grow up or grow, cut your ego, not your relationship. Aba, may paganon. Sir, Mr. Hart P. Good evening sa inyong lahat, sa mga latecomers. No, okay lang po yan. Habol po tayo. Again, make sure that you follow us. You are subscribed to our YouTube channel din para ma-notify kayo kung anong oras, no? Because usually, pag meron tayong guest lectures, that would depend on their availability. Okay? So, tingnan nyo po, follow nyo kung ano yung time nakalagay. Hello, Ma'am May Miranda from Santa Maria, Bulacan. Good evening po. Okay, letter C. Wala daw nangangagat, sabi ni Sir Viodulo. Humuhugot madami. Okay, letter C. Of course, letter C here is the correct choice. Okay, letter C is the correct answer. Expectancy. Okay, yan yung tinatawag nating cliffhanger. No? Wala akong mailagay na example dahil hindi ko alam kung ano na ngayon pinapanood nyo. Ano na bang pinapanood nyo ngayon sa TV? Okay, meron pa ring probinsyano. Okay, so gusto ko sanang ilagay yung probinsyano, but I don't know what you're currently watching on TV, no? Sa expectancy, yung usually yung mga Pilipino mahilig sa cliffhanger, no? Yung ayan na, may pumutok na barel or may pumutok na bomba. Tapos hindi mo alam kung tinamaan or kung sinong tinamaan, kung sinong namatay, no? Kung merong namatay, nakikita mo lamang yung itsura ni Cardo no, nasa screen, no? Nandidilat yung mata, no? So these are your cliffhangers. Ito yung pagkatapos makikita mo yung word na abangan bukas. Okay? So abangan bukas na kaagad. That's your cliffhanger. Ito yung nag-create sa atin, nag-arouse ng ating expectancy. Ano kaya yung mangyayari? And so, sasabihin mo sa coworker mo, ay, kailangan nating umuwi na maaga ngayon kasi makikita na si ganito, ganyan, no? Nakita na yung diary ni whoever sa Mara Clara, no? Sa probinsyano, whatever happens, no? Ay, nakita niyo yung ganito, ganyan. Okay? So, kailangan na nating umuwi. Okay? So, that's your cliffhanger. Not creativity, not satisfaction, no? So, satisfaction nga, opposite siya, no? Naiinis ka na minsan. Letter D, apathy. Apathy naman, yung wala kang pakialam. Okay? Wala kang feelings. So, we know na hindi ito yung tamang sagot. Okay? So, apathy, yung parang siya, walang feeling sa'yo. O, di ba? Ang sakit. Okay? So, apathy yon. Now, number 20, last item for tonight, using rubrics to assess PowerPoint presentations of students. Which criteria from the following is most significant as it is the essence of presentations? Is it letter A, presenting design, letter B, animations used, letter C, striking slides and arrangement, letter D, content value? What's the answer? What is the answer? Sa mga latecomers, habol lamang po kung pwedeng i-replay sa YouTube and Facebook. Immortal na ba si Cardo? Nasa Channel 5 na. Hindi mamatay-matay si Cardo. Korean novela, pinapanood ni Sir Nino. Nandito pala Sir Nino. Ayun, Netflix movie. Daming cliffhangers. No, wala pa yung season 3 ng Kingdom, no? Hindi pa lumalabas. Inaabangan din yung Kingdom. Aba, Ma'am Jen, Banoy, si Miss Hugot. Ang probinsyano ay parang pag-ibig ko sa'yo. May simula, pero walang katapusan. Ipakulam na lang si Cardo, sabi ni Ma'am Charmaine dito. Charmaine Dairo, ipakulam na lang si Cardo kasi di namamatay sa bala. Okay, what's your answer? Letter D, karamihang sagot. Letter D. Yes, maganda yung The Kingdom, di ba, Sir Na? Maganda din yung panoorin nyo The Serpent sa Netflix. Mga documentary. Maganda din yung The Serpent, maganda din yung Wild Wild Country. About sa kulto naman siya, no? Kulto dito sa Amerika. Okay, letter D, karamihang sagot. And of course, the correct answer here would be letter D. Tama yan. Yung content mismo ng inyong PowerPoint presentation, yan yung pinaka-criteria na pinaka-importante. Okay? Kahit na maganda yung design mo, kahit striking yung slides mo, yung arrangement, yung animations, kung wala namang mapupulot na aral, no, yung mga nakikinig sa'yo, walang content value. And so we say na hindi naman siya essence, no? Hindi siya essential. And so again, the essence of your presentations would be the content value. Ano ba yung laman ng presentation niya? May matututunan ka ba? Mahalaga ba yung content ng kanyang presentation? Okay, so number 20, correct answer would be letter D. And that ends tonight's discussion. And of course, make sure that you come back next weekend. Kasama po natin si Doc H for parts 3 and 4 of our Gensai with Doc H. And of course, you are going to meet your international coaches in the month of May. All right, so that ends tonight's discussion. Of course, we end everything with our closing prayer. So kalma po muna tayo, no? Yung mga hugot queens and kings dyan, yung mga humuhugot pa, no? Kalma muna, and of course, stay safe. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Annalisa Ramos, no, for reminding me. Stay safe po, lahat-lahat, no? Huwag lumabas ng bahay kung hindi naman kailangan. Alagaan mabuti ang inyong mga family members, no? Yung ating mga frontliners, alagaan. And of course, as much as possible, keep your social distance, wear your mask. If you can get a vaccine, okay? Now, let's go to our closing prayer.
Lord, thank you po at natapos ang aming review sa oras na ito. Pagpalain niyo po ang Gurong Pinoy International. Sana mas lalong lumago at lumawak pa ang gawain na ito. Salamat sa mga ginagawa ni Ma'am Mek at Sir Ram para tulungan po kami na matupad ang aming mga pangarap. Kalakip po sa aming mga panalangin ang pag-iingat mo sa amin ngayong bagong linggo. Panginoon, maging mabunga po nawa ang aming mga araw. Sa pangalan ni Jesus, na aming Panginoon at tagapagligtas, ito po ang aming sama-samang dalangin. Amen.
Amen. All right, that ends tonight's discussion. Of course, we'll see each other again next weekend with Gen Sci with Doc H. That's part 3 on Saturday. That's going to start at 7 p.m. Then, of course, on Sunday, that's going to be at 6 p.m. That will be part 4, okay? The last part for Gen Sci with Doc H. This has been Coach Mek of Gurong Pinoy. And of course, take care of each other. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you next weekend. Maliit man na butil ng mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginawaan. Maraming salamat po!